Everyone wants to avoid unnecessary cost or taxes upon their death. We informally refer to this as death taxes. The formal name is estate taxes. And just like income tax, they come in two forms, federal and state. Think of an estate tax as a ceiling that has a dollar amount, and when you die, if your total assets are above the ceiling, then you will have to pay taxes on all of the dollars above the ceiling, but you will not have to pay taxes on the dollars below that ceiling amount. The ceiling amount is called your estate tax exclusion amount, meaning all of your assets below the exclusion amount are excluded from estate taxation, so no taxes due. We are fortunate that Montana does not have a state estate tax, therefore the only estate tax we have to worry about is the federal estate tax. And the good news here is that the federal estate tax exclusion amount has been raised dramatically in recent years. As you can see in the table, in the late 90s, the federal exclusion amount was only $600,000. So any dollar above $600,000 was taxed at 55%. That is when so many farmers and ranching families had to sell land to pay the estate taxes. Congress recognized this problem and began raising the estate tax exclusion amount to prevent this. Since then, the federal estate tax exclusion amount has risen incrementally, as you can see in the table. So as of 2020, a person who dies in Montana must have over $11 million before any estate taxes are owed. And this applies to every individual. So for a married couple, each spouse gets an $11.8 million exemption for a total exclusion amount of $23.6 million worth of assets. Now, less than 1/3 of 1% of Montanans will ever have to pay an estate tax. If you have less than that amount, then there is no need for you to worry about death taxes. Something you might want to think about is if you have an older complex estate plan that requires the creation of multiple trusts or other estate tax avoidance strategies when you die, is all of that still necessary? If you no longer have a taxable estate, then you'll probably want to restructure. I want to go back. I missed a few words. I apologize. Well, I'm just going to start here, okay. If you no longer have a taxable estate.
Okay.
If you no longer have a taxable estate, then you'll probably want to restructure your estate plan to avoid all of that unnecessary bureaucracy. And so upon your death, it'll be much simpler, take less time, and cost far less than the estate plan you currently have.